Your village needs resources to grow: leaves, wood, water, and meat. But take too much, too fast, and you awaken something. The spirit of the forest is always watching. This is Kantara, Spirits of the Forest, a strategy card game made in collaboration with Hombale Films. Everything sits on a 4x4 grid. In the center, place the deep forest, a 2x2 grid face down with 3 cards each. Around it, build the outer forest to complete the grid. Shuffle the 36 forest cards and place them around the center. Flip these outer piles face up once you are done placing. There should be 3 cards in each pile at the start of the game. The outer forest is visible and the deep forest stays hidden. To the side of this forest, shuffle the black market cards into face up piles of 3. Then, take the 6 paired curse cards, choose one at random, and place it face down. Return the rest back to the box. Set the end game card under it and place 10 bad karma tokens on the spirit curse card. This is your karma pool. Finally, each player picks a village set. These sets have 3 cards of the same color: a 3-point, 5-point, and 7-point card. Whoever visited a village most recently takes the first player token. Let's take a quick look at the cards. Each village requires a certain amount of resources. As your village prospers, it requires more and even more resources. Each forest card shows a resource type and a quantity. You might have noticed some cards have a star, and some also have this point symbol on it. This star indicates a wild card. That means you get one amount of any resource. You may also find the star on the quantity part of a forest card. This indicates it can be any quantity of this type of resource. This point symbol on a forest card means you get one bonus point at the end of the game. In this game, starting from the first player, you go clockwise. There are 4 main actions. First, harvest from the outer forest. You can take up to 2 face-up cards from the same row or the same column. You cannot take a card from here, and you cannot take cards from the same pile. You can take cards like this, and once you've collected your resource, you can slot them under your village card. This action is safe and reliable, but if you want some extra resources, you can harvest from the deep forest. Take one hidden card, but gain one bad karma. If you're feeling especially greedy, you may pick from the black market. You'll notice the quantities on these cards are quite high. It's a very powerful card, but it gives you 2 bad karma. Lastly, you can give back to the forest. Return cards to remove bad karma. The more you return, the more karma you clear. But remember, when returning back to the forest, you can only return the cards to the same row or the same column. You cannot return them to the same pile or an empty space on the grid. You can also take free actions anytime on your turn. The first is completing a village. If you have the required resources, spend them by putting them in your own personal discard pile. Then, remove the number of bad karma listed on the village card. After your village prospers, the villagers are happy and start producing their own resource. You may now use it for future villages for free. But be careful. If you provide more of a resource type than needed on a single card, you get one bad karma per type oversupplied. You can also trade with other players at any time, but bonus resources and black market cards cannot be traded. In your turn, you can also only play one main action along with any free action. You have a hard limit of 5 cards. The resources given by a village card are not included in this limit, which is why you see here the player is holding 6 cards, because one of them is a village card. Over the course of the game, the karma pool will deplete. When the karma pool runs out of tokens, phase 2 begins and the spirit awakens. Reveal the spirit curse. Now, reset all the piles as shown in the setup. Resolve the instructions on the spirit curse card. There are 3 types of curse cards: one that affects the deep forest, one that affects the black market, and one that affects the outer forest. In this case, you will see that Spirit Curse card is telling us to remove the bottom row of the outer forest. So after we are done setting up, this bottom row is removed from the game. Now we will continue phase 2 without access to this part of the forest. After resolving the spirit curse, place a new karma pool of 10 tokens on the endgame card. But this time there's a twist. At the start of each round in phase 2, the first player discards one token. This makes it a countdown. The game can end in two ways. If any player completes all three of their villages, the endgame is triggered. The second way is when the countdown pool hits zero. Then the endgame curse is revealed and everyone takes one final turn. Now we get to the brutal part of the game. The player holding the most bad karma is eliminated, along with the player with the fewest completed villages. So, the greediest player and the player who played it the safest are both eliminated. So, make sure that you maintain balance. Everyone still standing scores the victory points, plus special resource, minus remaining bad karma. The highest total points wins. So, that was Kantara, Spirits of the Forest. Thank you for watching and enjoy the game.